Hi, it's Queen Pam Elon QP here, and I want to talk to you now about stencils. We use stencils with art journaling, and now, several years now, actually, card making companies have been producing their own stencils. This one is by Simon Says Stamp, and it is really pretty. This one, and it is called Geo Leaves. Really pretty. This one is Rose Trio. I believe you can see it, but we'll play with a few of them. This one is from the Greetery. Um, if the name is on it, it is escaping me. It's not up there or there. This one makes envelopes, the flaps, lets you decorate them. I thought at some point they switched over and started putting their names on it, but not yet. Not on this one. Tailored Expressions makes a lot of what I call utility stencils. So I'll get to them all at once. But this one is also what I call a utility stencil because it's for lining things up. So if you have some die cuts that are alphabets, you can put them across there and line up on your card. This will fit your card, an A2 card, landscape, or portrait. Let's demonstrate that. Do I have a card here? I do. In fact, I believe I used it on this card here that says stay home. So what you do is you can use the lines. Lines didn't come in black. I added paint to them and take it off to make them black and show up better for me. You can line the card up with the bottom and make sure that it's straight, and then put your letters down. And actually, this one would have been the way, this way would have been the way for this card. Let me demonstrate it down on the page because that's where you'd be. And you can move it up and move it up and move it up. And gauge your straightness. Hit the bottom edge of your card, or if you have a stamp, a, a grid out, I could use these lines and line, to make sure it's straight. And then pop my, that quick, lost it. Sorry for all the glare, but I like to keep them in their packages because I store them all together and this way they don't tangle themselves. Lawn Farm, Grassy Hill Spencers. There are 3 in the set and it will make the heel. And then this, if you flip it over, it will block the heel from your ink. Am I making sense? Let's try that out so we can see. So we can see what I'm talking about. I have a card here, blank card. I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to use a green blending brush. Grab some oxide here. Find the green oxide in my container. I believe mold line will show up nicely. Glass mold line. If you choose to take this down, and I generally do, and I tape it from the back side. Here's my tape. I think I'd rather use the micro pour tape because it's not quite as tacky. Sometimes it's easier to get off of your stencil, and I like to do two places so that the little butter can't move as easily. So that is actually not the way I want to do it, because I want the grass. I'm trying to figure out how I want it to look. Yeah, I want the blades of grass to be up. So I'm going to have to tape that a little different. And I'm not actually making a card, so I'm not going to do this to perfection. So I would start off unless I wanted everything to be dark. And while I have it on here, and as you can see, you get your grassy hill. But now, what if you wanted your sky? Got some tumbled glass and my blending brush from Tailored Expressions. And if I line this up correctly, get the water off the stencil. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. This will actually cover up what we have done. Oops. Should have taped it. That's why I like to tape it, because I will move it. But you get the idea. You can put in your sky right above your grass, without having to figure out how to do that. So that they've given you like that off. They've given you three different sloping orientations, and you can do that same cover up with all three. So cool. I love innovation. And if you didn't want it to be grass and just wanted a slope, they have a slope version called Hillside Stencils, and they work the same way. And they also have markings so that you can line it up if you need your slope to be exactly the same, say you're reproducing cards. And they work the same way. This one will give you, and you can, and also mask with it, just like you did the grass ones. Thank you, Lon Fun. That'll be helpful. And then this one is by Tailored Expressions, and it just makes a really pretty card. It's a layering stencil called Spring Fling, and you can line it up with the little squares so that they match. I think it is good to line it up at first so that you know in which direction to use it. So let's get another card and I'll be right back. So I have what looks to me to be the green layer. And we've got mode lines sitting here, so we will do some mode line. If you want to use the registration marks, you're going to need to use a bigger sheet of paper. My paper is already cut to A2 size, but I think I can make it work. I did tape it down. So there's your first layer with the green. And I think I want my flower to be pink. So you have to figure out where you were and how your flowers line up. You'll definitely need some tape for this. I didn't use the registration marks. Let me pause and get it lined up. Gonna do abandoned coral. I think it's more red to me. Got it taped. Now we got the second layer on. And I will line up and and prepare for the third. So I've got it lined up. I've got my wild honey, my blending brush, and we will color it in. And that's how easy it is with the stencil to create your own pattern paper for a card. This one is plaid. A tailored expression. And I think I will get a bigger piece of paper for this one because I really want things to be straight. One moment. Okay, so I've got my stencil on a bigger piece of paper. I'm going to put it down, tape it into the corner, because the corner will make that easy. And would trim this down, and I'm going to want to follow the direction of the plaid on this one, or use pixie spray to hold it down. And again, I'm not trying to make great works of art, just demonstrating the stencil. Let me get some color into my registration marks. And I've got the beginning of plaid. I could move it over and keep going if I wanted to. But I'm going to leave that and do a second stencil on top. Use my tape, and we'll use the mold bar. This one's a little more sturdy of a stencil because there's not as many openings, so you can choose your own direction. When you're lined up, you can turn it around and do it again. And there you go, except for I didn't tape it down good. There we go. And this is how I like to clean a stencil that moves a lot. I stay with the pattern so that I don't break my stencil. Even if I was using acrylic paint and I had to put this underwater, I would brush in the direction of the stencil so as not to break it up. And I would also have it flat while I'm doing it in my sink. These are a series that make stripes, and they make a 3/4 inch stripe, a 1/2 inch stripe, and a 1 inch stripe. Let's play with the 1/2 inch because they're all going to pretty much do the same thing. And these have guides for your paper. My hands are a little messy. Let me get a before I grab the paper and transfer ink right to it. Okay, so you take the paper and you can make a bunch of stripes all at once in either direction. It's giving you enough. I'm going to tape it down. And I think I kind of want, yeah, a stripe at both ends. And I've got that. And then they've also given you a piece where you can block out one, like say you want to put your sentiment right there. So I'm going to do that, cover it up. I am going to use the abandoned coral that is sitting here. And make stripes. Pick these up, and you have your stripes. Let's say that I wanted that stripe to be a different color. So I could come in, line it up. Those perfectly match to where the other stripes are. Tape it down and use tumbled glass. And there I have custom striped paper. And if my sentiment was a little bit bigger than that stripe, I could get halfway in between. And make the stripe a little bigger. Or because I bought all the sets, I could swap out for one of the thicker stripes and go there. So, line this up and make it even bigger with just this one because of the alignment guides that are on it. Makes it really easy to see what I'm doing. Then stamp my sentiment in the middle, and there you go. Custom, another custom background with a stencil. And you do know that stencils are cheaper than stamps, generally. Then Tailored Expressions made masking stencils in square, rectangle, circle, and oval. And you've got two sizes. Not only did you get the stencil, you also got the mask. So we pretty much know how a stencil is going to work, right? But because you got the two sizes, you can layer. And you have your marks. I tell you where to place it so that it's dead center. And I like to see from the front and then stamp and then place it on the back. I put it on the front, lift, it moved, but it won't move much. And then I will use wild honey. There you have a masked off oval. But you can come in and mask again and get a border. For that, I will use the abandoned card. And you get a border with the two sizes that they gave me. I'll flip this over and show you that you can do something similar with the mask. And the cool thing about the mask, I put a little tape on this one in the middle. If I wanted it to stay completely clean, I can use, and I want to hit dead center, and find the one it matches that to, and drop it dead center. Now, I can color blend all around it. And my area is clean on the inside. And then I can do the same kind of thing with the big one and get a different color border. So to line it up, drop it back down. It will line up perfect. And we'll do wild honey, because I know these two colors that are out play well together. When you do the reveal, you have another interesting background. Imagine how many interesting color combinations you could come up with for this one. And you could get even a third color on this one. Let's do it. Get this color off. Use the big one to line it up. I'm using the registration that goes around and not moving. Drop that in or just line it up yourself. Take the tumbled glass or third color. And got a third color combination going on. So those are by Taylor expressions. And you can do that with the squares, with the rectangles, and with the circles. I won't demo this one because I think you get the picture by now, but this one is called Square Windows, and you can line it up. They also gave you the windows that fell out in case you want to block color from one of the windows, and you're good to go there. There's also another company who's doing something similar. This one is a stencil technique called the Colored Life, and their set gave you 1, 2, 3, 4 sizes, but they have a decal. And they also gave you the fallout, so the mask. So to line it up, I drew on my own placement guides because these didn't come that way because it's more of an artistic company, so they're not necessarily thinking about lining up cards with it. Put some tape down. So like that. Excuse me, so things don't move. And we'll do tumbled glass decal. And let you see up close what you get there. So look at your things and use your stencils in other ways, because these were designed for cards, but that doesn't mean they have to stay on cards. They could easily go onto a journal page and give you a journaling block that size or one of those size, and then you could also give it a border or make a background for your journal page or a heel for something in your journal to run across. But as always, I leave you in the hands of the creator. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and even commenting on my videos. Be blessed.